Where's the sensors? It look like 2 cam sensors and 1 crank sensor. Where'd it go? Or no, let's do it like this. If they're called their name, the mere fact of their name alone, one is a cam sensor and one is a crank sensor. So obviously we need to monitor the position of the camshaft and the crankshaft. So their name implies what they monitor. Cam sensor is going to monitor the camshafts. Crankshaft sensor is going to monitor the crankshaft. All right. So on just about every crankshaft or camshaft, there's a gear that a sensor reads. What is this? A 2.4 multi? No, this is a World engine maybe. Yeah, look like dual overhead cam. That's probably why you got 2 cam sensors, meaning there's 2 camshafts in here. So what would you hide if you needed to monitor where they go? How you get the best way to find out where a sensor lives is to find out what the sensor do.
See one.
Right, you see one for what? This camshaft. Remember there's 2. Okay, then look over there. Chances are you're gonna see one for that camshaft. So the computer wanted to know the position of both camshafts. So they obviously put them in the same location. Yeah, that one and that. Now that explains the location of the cam sensors. If you was a crank sensor, where would you live? Remember what a crank sensor do? It needs. Where is the crankshaft? Crankshaft, first of all. You know where the camshaft live. Where the crankshaft live. That's where that basic engine 101 come in at.
The crank is a big gear in the front, right?
Yeah, the crankshaft is the big gear that, moves the pistons up and down. On just about every engine, those are on the bottom. So chances are, a sensor needed to read that crankshaft is going to be on the bottom. So you might have to let this back up in the air. But I'll show you when you let it up in the air. But you know where the cam sensors live. Now, like I say, your best chance at finding out where a sensor live is to understand what it do. Once you know what it do, you got a pretty good idea where it lives. For instance, a map sensor. A map sensor is used to detect engine vacuum or vacuum in the intake. So if a map sensor used to detect the vacuum in the intake, chances are it's going to be mounted on the intake manifold, like right here. So if you ever have a map sensor in your hand, hey, where this go? Figure out what it do, and that'll lead you to where it lives. But how many you putting in there? 4. Put about 5 in there, run it, and then recheck it. Yeah, so you're gonna take a 10 millimeter and go straight through here. And chances are you're gonna drop it. Same way for this side. The reason we're replacing it has codes. Now codes is not a for sure reason for needing cam sensors, but you can stick a little 10. You figure out how to get it out of there. So these are 2 cam sensors. Crank sensor look a little funnier than the cam sensor. Oh damn! They didn't want to get the tires fixed. This is the least of their problems.
Right, that's about to explode.
I ain't even test driving this mug. Oh my goodness. All right, crank sensor. Damn, somebody put a starter on this. This car done had some work done to it.
The crank and this nigga.
What?
This.
That's the crank pulley. That's the front crankshaft pulley, which means it's bolted to the crankshaft. Now the sensor, this ain't all-wheel drive, is it? Yeah, the sensor, they need a sensor to monitor the position of the crankshaft. So this one, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this one because this one hard to. There's a shield right here.
Yeah.
Move this stupid shield out the way, and that sensor is behind it. So yeah, get that shield out of the way, and you're gonna see this sensor because you can see the wire right here. You see that?
Yeah.
That's the connector that go to this. Yeah, get those two replaced, and then we're gonna do a cam crank relearn, and then go drive it with these ball head ass tires. Look, this tire is not as bald as this one, which means there's a suspension part. Do this tire right quick. 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. If it no, you know how you check suspension. Do it again. Definitely need a tire ride. Is that why? Well, now you do 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock is pretty much hub bearing. Oh, you need hub bearings too? You going 6 and 12?
I feel like it.
Yeah, they had a nerve to just have some brakes done. It look like they pass slapped that. Alright, they declined that. They didn't want that fixed. So, and they got oil leaks. Alright, so we're gonna do what they in for. Take that off and bend it out of the way. And bam. So we're gonna put those cam and crank sensors on, then we're gonna do cam and crank relearn, then go drive it. Hopefully. Yeah, that tire is wore out. Alright guys. Yeah, I don't want to handicap none of the apprentices. So instead of giving them 2 sensors or 2 or 3 sensors and saying put this on, I did that. But he come back and ask me, where are they? Where are they located? No. You're not getting off that easy. I'm not just gonna tell you where the cam and crank sensor are located. We're gonna discuss it. We're gonna find out what it is that they do, why they do what they do. Now, I missed the chance to diagnose it with them. That would have been a perfect opportunity for them to see cam and crank sensors as far as diagnosing it, especially if you're dealing with a no start, like you got a crank sensor code, or just say you didn't have you still need a scan too. You can look at RPM, guys. So if you got a car that's look at your RPM. If you don't see a number strolling by as your engine is cranking, that means the crank sensor is not reporting back to the PCM the RPM of the crankshaft. Okay, that information is crucial for starting. All right, the PCM has to know how fast the crankshaft is spinning. That's the RPM. That's where it gets its RPM from. So that's one easy way to diagnose a crank sensor. Now, as far as cams, because it's a dual overhead cam engine, one could fail and the car still run. So there's no surefire way to, diagnose cam sensor. But the crank is pretty straightforward. No RPM. There's likely no signal from the crank sensor. Okay, but yeah, I don't want to handicap anybody. I'm not gonna just tell you where stuff at. Same way we did this. Yeah, I wanted him to visually see, so we got it tore apart. We're still waiting on approval on this. Anyway, that's my cue, guys. I gotta go. Thanks for watching.